Hello, hello, welcome back to Fableheimr and our round 2 playthrough. Let me just make sure the stream's working. Hello. Sure is. I can hear myself. I hate that. Hello, hello, welcome back. We are approaching the end of the video game, but the DLC stream event hosted by Crafton has already concluded. And we are the champions, my friends. We did win. We were one of the 10 lucky winners. Feels good. So I have 5 keys to give away for both the base game of MISTOVER and for its DLC. Ideally together, because that's just way more efficient. So I will be hosting a raffle through Streamlabs. I hope it's working. I spent a while setting it up. For any person that is here, I'll let you know when that goes on. Hopefully throughout the stream every now and then. If everything is working according to plan. If I have keys left over, then I'll do it with commenters. Just leave a comment, preferably a clever one, and you may win a key if there are some left over. There might not be. I don't know. But distribution of the keys, because YouTube no longer has direct messaging, will be either through Twitter, Instagram, or email if your email is your YouTube account. Does that make sense? I'm gonna have to say that a lot, but 'tis the plan anyway. Hopefully, it all works out. In fact, if no one joins the raffle, that would just be most convenient for me. It really would. But let's pick up Suspicious Love here for our good old sister. And march forth. We are in the Frozen Mountains. I think I want to get rid of this. Which is the... yeah. The second to last zone, technically. And we are approaching the end of it. We have to go find Duke Heinrich. Wherever he may be. Off. In the voids. Ooh. And we have some charming items to tempt us there. We are underleveled, so I am afraid. Which is a reoccurring theme here these days. I think it's just because we're so powerful that the only thing I'm afraid of losing is my power. Which, of course, eventually I do. I mean, I hope not. We should bring all the large donuts. Well, one more. And some large food. And a large seed. Just be extra super duper cautious. Okay, here we go. The assigned crew member's level is too low. Continue. Yeah. It sure is too low. Okie dokie. We are here. In the Frozen Mountains. And hopefully we don't die. We are here to look for Duke Heinrich, but of course, mechanically speaking, the reason we're here is to unlock the quest for the final boss, because you have to enter the area to do that. The final area, anyway. And hopefully everything goes according to plan. I do love it when things go according to plan, but you should always be prepared for things not to go according to plan. Which actually reminded me of something I read earlier, actually a while ago now, I think, that there was some sort of motivational speaker of some kind that said if you have more than one plan, then that means you aren't giving your all to that one plan. And I thought that was kind of silly to say. But I mean, most motivational speakers can be silly. At least contradictory. That might be the correct word. These are very powerful enemies. 1500 HP is nothing to scoff at. And one of them didn't get stunned. We do want to try and get as much Yoki as possible for Masamune, whose attack was guarded, which is very unfortunate. Oh, ow. More ow. That is terrifying. And she's going first. How big is this bleed? We might have to peace out. We might be too low. And I know we're low. But we might be too low. Do we got it? We got it. We're gonna go ahead and purify her. Actually, do I just want to chocolate her right now? No, I want to donate her. We'll do that with Masamune, who's not doing much right now. We'll go ahead and prepare the defenses. I hope. So next turn, what should happen here is we should get full Yoki with Masamune. He's currently taking some hits. And we will recover. Ooh, okay, we're recovering. Everything is fine. No panicking allowed. Panicking is a quick way to lose control of the situation. Which I hope is advice more people take. He says that and then immediately screws up the plan. Because I'm panicking. It's okay. We're fine. Still. Barely. Okay. I have a plan. Well, if you've never seen this mechanic before, here we go. We're fleeing. Starting off with a flea. Oof. Oof. The Doomsday class will be really mad at me. But as suspected, we are a little too low for that. We have gone into areas above our level. We lost a whole 2 hours there. We have gone into areas above our level, and you can do it, but it's sketchy. As you saw. So, in an effort to not lose any of our beloved successors, who were taking chunks of damage, we're gonna go farm a little bit. Ooh, we could go here. Pick up another grimoire. Now, these grimoires aren't horribly good. They're just not. But, we don't need to use them. Our purpose... Actually, let's go pick up some more food. Our purpose is not to use them. Our purpose is to use them to... to not use them, but to use them. To use them to upgrade. Oh. To upgrade our other things that we are trying to use. So let's go get some. That might actually be enough food. Because we're in a tiny area now. We aren't going to a large area again. Going to a small area. One that's actually our level. Alright, here we go. This time for real, I promise. We got it. Everything's fine. Everything is hunky dory. No, I'm not panicking. I was surprised that I even got into the DLC stream event. So you can imagine my surprise when I won. Yes, an entire tray of donuts. Hey, Toki. I was wondering if I would see you today. It is good to see you. I actually won the DLC event. I'm shocked. Like, actually shocked. Not, we're looking at an ectoplasm sarcastically shocked. If you still don't have a key, or, you know, the game, I could send one your way. You've been here for a long time, so I wouldn't feel bad about that. At all. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. aside from being out of work, I hope everything else is going well. Or maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I know that over here, a lot of things are being shut down. I'm kind of expecting the governor to just shut down everything but the necessities, for better or worse. Yeah. But I don't want to talk too much about it. Too heavily, anyway. Because at one point in time, there were channels that were being demonetized for talking about it. I mean, I'm sure they had some ridiculous, clickbait thing, as they do. But, you know. Ongoing affairs is not always the best topic. Just that, I will say, because I love history, that historically, we'll get through it. If precedent is anything to say, which it usually doesn't have a lot to say. Then you're in the right place. Because I'm not going to. But I'm glad you're good. I'm doing swell too. Again, surprised that I won the DLC stream event, so I have a whole sorts of mixed emotions at the moment. One of them's something akin to panic. But oh yeah, look. They, the other day, they implemented patch 1.0.8. I'm losing track of all of them. But there's now mouse support. If you are a mouse player, or were interested in that at all. Personally, I'm fine with just using my keyboard. I've basically adapted to the keyboard being a second extension of myself. The one small complaint I do have about the patch is that you can't actually turn it off in the settings. So if you leave your mouse somewhere, like say I'll leave it on this guy. So if I go to target an enemy, you can see there's two reticles here. And one of them is just because the mouse is here. Even when I'm targeting the gargoyle. My only complaint, I wish you could just like completely disable it. So I'm going to put it off in the corner somewhere. I need some mana. I'm glad that you just arrived though, because I had to flee from a dangerous situation. Ah, controller, yeah. That's always nice. There are some games that I absolutely can't do without a controller, like Dark Souls. Even if I'm playing on my computer, I need a controller for that game. But otherwise, I can't remember, was there gamepad support when the game came out? Because I feel like now I'd have a challenging time adjusting to it. There are just so many patches, like back to back to back, that they've all blurred together in my head. Which I guess is a good thing. Ah, designed for the controller, yeah. I can see that too. It's funny because one of the complaints, which people complain for all sorts of reasons, was that the keyboard control was unideal, but I kind of just immediately adapted to it. Guess I'm using this for once. Oh no, it's hiding. Whatever shall I do? Well, normally I'd Star Striker it and kill it anyway, but I don't think I can. Oh, never mind. It broke its own stealth. Huh. We're gonna get a kill here with the tentacle. My favorite thing ever. I was actually relying on that because if it didn't go off, he would have summoned more of himself, which is always annoying. More Mist of the Mountain, good. We need many of those. Also need more keys. Many Mists of the Mountain. I'm hoping that today we can end the game, but there's going to be lots of farming involved, so it might not be possible. Because we were just about to unlock the quest for the Elder Emperor, but unfortunately, we are not yet strong enough to go into the final area. I went there and I had to flee. Because I was very close to losing some key members of our expedition. And I believe the Elder Emperor is level 16, and I believe the Elder One, or Old One, or whatever he's called, is level 18. So we have 4 levels to catch up somehow. Somehow, some way. And while Dr. Faust's otherworldly adventure is great for stocking up on equipment, not so much for levels. Come to me, Wop Wop. The scary part is that the enemies that I fled from weren't even round 2 enemies. It was just these things. Which, if I think back, these things caused me a lot of problems in hard mode as well. And we're technically on hard mode. Technically. The gameplay settings makes it really challenging to convey to people what difficulty you're on if you start tweaking with them. But this should be easy peasy. Bum, ba, ba. Oh yeah, the map to explore. What am I doing? Oh, I'm missing chests up there. Probably gonna have to rely on some RNG here to get over there. Boop. You never made it this far, but it is likely your favorite zone? Yeah. The visuals here are stunning, but that's about it. It's scary. And I mean, I kind of like the tornado traps, because it makes sense that if you walk into a trap, that you would lose your map. I'm gonna get attacked here. Boo. I might just try and flee and then RNG my way around. My way out. I can talk. We can praise RNG and hope we make it. Well, we kind of did. Yeah, close enough. Yes, I know. They have a crown now, don't they? The party leader. That just came in, I think, with the DLC update. Because I never noticed it before if it was there. Wow, the Doomsday is going to be stingy again. That's what I get for having to flee and losing all of it. Since you're here, and I can trust you, I'm going to try and trigger the giveaway event. See if I set this up correctly. So, the way this works is it's for subscribers only. I press the start button, and to enter, you type !round 2. All one word, no caps or anything, if you want. Yeah, there it is. Hey, I did this correctly. And it's just going to last for 5 minutes, but I can close it whenever. If you want. Like I got an email saying that my stream is live, as if I didn't know that. My mouse is here. So if you are interested in getting a key for the video game and the DLC, type !round 2. There you go. Let's make sure. Make sure this worked. It's thinking. Am I doing this correctly? Hello? There's something about tickets that I don't understand. Did it stop? I wasn't paying attention. It's currently ongoing, so I can't edit anything. But it has not entered you. Why? That's fair. It's always good to jump between video games. Okay. It didn't give you a ticket. User tickets. So I'm going to close this. Entry closed. I have no entries to select from. But I do video game. Not video game. Sorry, this isn't MISTOVER's fault. This is my fault. Can you still hear the music? Nope, it's just me talking. Awkward. Cancel. Yes. Okay. Let me, I think I know what went wrong. Maybe I don't. Okay. Let's see if this works. I'm going to do it again, but you basically won. So just accept my science, please. Okay. Let's see if this works now. Yeah, I love this bizarre genre. Warsaw and Vambrace Cold Souls. I think you were telling me about Vambrace. And could you try the !round 2 again, please, Toki? I appreciate it. Please work. I'm staring at it. It's thinking. We already have a Mount Kusanagi, right? I think we do. Oh. We did bring the samples of old ice. After analyzing them, we discovered something interesting. We did. There was flying blob material in the ice. They're everywhere. that contain their slime, which is an important part of their body. They seem to have frozen to death in these mountains. They are very susceptible to cold. I wish I knew that. Traces of flying blob can be found in different layers, which means they came here more than once. That couldn't have been an accident. Perhaps they chased after the Elder Ones? Although it seems like they failed to eradicate them. Yeah, now I have to eradicate them. We have a civic Kusanagi that's just very good. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Also, this thing is still not saying anything. Why not? Let me see if this works. Spike. Ooh, that would be very good, but I'm scared of that place. Do you want to go here? More weapons to sacrifice to the gods? That sounds fun. Okay, let's go back into position, please. This might sound like a silly question, Toki. But, you are a subscriber, right? Because I think that might be messing this up. That's the only restriction I can think of that's... Or it's just being dumb. It could just be being dumb. Vambrace has gorgeous characters and art. Animations are really bad, though. So bad they are funny good. Yes, okay. Thank you. Brr. I'm not sure what's happening then. I don't want to spend any more time thinking about it. One of the most annoying things on stream is troubleshooting while streaming. I haven't done it very often, but I know how other streamers get infuriated by it. And I can see why. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have to select... Let's see what happens if it ends naturally. We'll see if that fixes it. I doubt it, but we'll try. Because I'm pretty sure people just watch it loot up. But otherwise, I'll just have to select winners from people who sign up, I guess. And YouTube doesn't have any direct messaging anymore, which is frustrating. So if you win, which you will, the only way I could think of sending it was either through Twitter, Instagram, or email. So if you would like any of those options, my name is the same on all of them. I think I have my email in the About section on the channel. But there's just an R on my name at Gmail. Unless you know of some way to private message on YouTube, which I don't. I looked for one. I couldn't find it. Let's get Ruun back in position here. Even though we need to try and get Yoki for Masamune. Yes, I'm on Steam. I guess that's the way too. It might be challenging to find me on Steam, because my name's just Fable at the moment. Whoops. Yes. I think it's just a digital key that can be redeemed in any of the digital places. At least I hope. They didn't specify. They just gave me the keys. I was one of 10 lucky winners. The moment not feeling so lucky. Yeah, isn't working. So, we will adapt, improvise, overcome. Although admittedly, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I even modded the Streamlabs thing. But, a puzzle for another day, I suppose. Whoosh. Did I go down? Nope, I went across. Yeah, we can use Steam. I hadn't thought of that until just you mentioned it. Yes, this is the Steam version. You are correct. And, I'm invisible. Hold on. Let me come online. I have this lovely little Hibiki avatar. My love for Devil Survivor is unending. Even if they did do a very mediocre anime adaptation. I should probably make it my cat, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. For some reason, I never connected the two things. Like, oh yeah, Steam is like a social platform. It's not just a place to play games. That'd actually probably be the most ideal. Thank you for reminding me Steam existed. These are both round 2 enemies. Wow. $5 has an ectoplasm. Aha. How important is that I kill that? Probably quite. I think that was through a guard. Feels good. Masamune's strong. But not strong enough. I'm pretty sure you can, whoops, purge the heal if they do get out of hand. But we are continuing to plow through everything. Whoa. I have made a mistake. But should be fine. The mistake I made is that I didn't notice that 3 of our characters have slow on them. But I'm relatively confident that we'll be fine. Go ahead and mental here. And move up. Can do this turn, and the next turn we'll Star Striker. And everything should be fine. Situation controlled. There we go. Easy peasy. Maybe I'll start paying attention now. There are a lot more things to keep track of than you would initially suspect. There's a thing over there I didn't inspect. Don't be so down, Hiisi. We almost died and we were able to change that fate. I need to go say hi to Olivia as well. I haven't checked up on our support lab in a while. Mostly because there's nothing for me to do there. Devil's Eye continues to be strong. This just in. Shaka. Owie. Do we single target heal here? I think so. We could actually remove this brand. Which might be the play. I think we'll do that. That seems like the smart thing to do. And I enjoy doing the smart thing. Just keep snacking the Devil's Eye. Ignore the rest of it. Actually, I think you can just ignore the brand now. Ow. I'm not gonna ignore that one though. Even though I could. It's this one, right? Yeah. I've done that like twice this playthrough, so it was still something to find. Can we block? We can block the bleed now, right? Yeah. That's right. I've never seen that animation before, but I'm glad that's where that comes from. I've used that on thumbnails before, but I never knew where the stance came from. Now I know. Although I think, doesn't he use that during one of his cooperative abilities? So I heard something. There it is. Alright, well you can stay down there for a minute. This is a mimic. And an elder one. Oh my. The good news though is that the elder one's not very scary compared to other things that are here. Can you kill that? Yep. Good. Do my mouse again. Oh look, they immobilized our Ronin. Because he was the most likely to flee. Not. Tis Hibiki. I don't know how well you can see this. Does that help? I don't know if it helps. It's a little chibi of Hibiki. You can see that, right? Yeah. In-game MISTOVER. Yeah, I haven't changed it to my cat because I kind of forgot that Steam was like for talking to other people. I mostly just hang out by myself. I still don't have the golden key. Oh, but this doesn't lead to the gold chest. But this was an enemy. I didn't realize that. I feel like it'd be way easier to do these giveaways on Twitch. But, here we are. I do have a Twitch, but I don't use it. I've used it like twice, I think. Yay, you found me! I can't imagine there'd be too many people with a chibi hibiki. Well, I would think. Thanks. Hopefully it doesn't pop up in the middle of the screen. That's how little I've sent friend invites. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on it too. It's just that they have a slightly better streaming integrated options. Slightly better. But the greatest thing about YouTube streaming is that this becomes a VOD immediately. Well, not immediately, but like right after without me having to do anything. So, that's nifty. And this is where like my entire audience is. As small as it may be, it's here. Alright, let's start RNGing our way through this, shall we? Well, there's one. Is that a trap? It sure is. Do you... For your privacy's sake, do you want me to wait until after the stream to accept that? Alright. I can't tell if the blob there is round 2. I don't think it is. But blue blob that's round 2 will come after you, even though that's not what blue blobs do. Okay. Let me write that down, just so I don't forget. Not that I think I will, but... I might. Toki. Steam. Key. Easy. And just to make sure, you want both the base game and the DLC, right? I kind of wish they gave like one that was a bundled key, but I have 5 separate keys. So 5 for the game and then 5 for the DLC. Which, I mean, at this point I just appreciate getting the keys. I was so torn on how I wanted to do this, like the giveaway. I was like, maybe I'll just make a video and talk about it. And then have a competition, just like a comment thing. But I was afraid that because I'd be manually selecting them, some people might get their feelings hurt. Or be mad or something. But I mean, now that the raffle doesn't work. Okay. I'll just give you both. I imagine it'll be more challenging to give away the base game to people who are interested, because they probably would have already bought it. Whoops. Probably should have tried to kill him before he was the last one left. By the way, big shout out to you letting me know the power of the turtle, because it was rank 5 when I started this playthrough because of round 2, and having a level 16 turtle in the starting area, pretty big deal. More gear? No. More ways to get gear? Yes. It adds the new consumables, the donuts, and the chocolate, which cannot be... Wow, that guy's just trapped between 2 things, huh? Oh no, he can get through. The donuts restore HP every turn. The chocolates remove all forms of mesmerize and debuffs, and they cannot be corrupted by the mist. Those are the only 2 new things. Ow. That really hurt. Let's just start getting rid of the torches one by one. All they're going to do is buff this turn anyway. I can tell this formation was messed up. Well, different. Messed up isn't the right word. Different, because in the past it would have been the this dude, the executioner, like in the front or in the middle, and then all three of the torches would have been in the back. But because of that one change a while ago, they were a bit more spread out. Turtle is great for fixing positioning, which I recently highlighted. Best use, I would like to see more summons become a thing in games like this. I absolutely agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I just want a board, a full board, 3x3, absolutely packed. Full summons and everything. I love summons. That one video where I was musing about ideas for more characters, either for modders or for DLC, whichever. Ends up happening. Summoner was one of them that I really wanted. I really liked that idea. I kind of want to just leave these alone. But the Doomsday Clock. How do I deal with this? Carefully, I suppose. They added a summon to a mod class in Darkest Dungeon, but it's only useful if someone dies, of course. Of course. Do you mean like they use the corpse? Or do you just mean just because of space? Because in Eratis, they have the same thing. There's one summon. Well, Eratis can technically summon something with a spell. But the Lich can summon a skeleton that gets buffed. And actually got buffed even more in the patch that just came out, like yesterday. It's even stronger. But one of the strategies is to send the Lich out by himself. Or almost by himself. I can't remember. In Darkest Dungeon, can you send out... Do you have to have 4 people before you can send out your crew? Or can you like launch with 1 or 2? Come to me. Meet your face. Little wop wop. Gwendolyn Dark Souls mod. They have Gwendolyn in Darkest Dungeon as a mod. Oh, Gwendolyn class as a summon. Okay, that makes sense. What does he summon, though? Because that's the fight where you're chasing him down the never-ending hall, right? Well, it does end, technically, but you have to run for quite some time. Good. The game needs more healers. Maximum healers. That also makes sense for Gwendolyn. Well, it's time to praise RNG. It failed. It failed again. Let us continue. No wop wop. Leave me alone. It can be risky to rely on RNG to get around, but sometimes it's the only way. He summons a clone of himself, basically. I forget how it works, but it's on YouTube. What isn't on YouTube these days? Will this attack me if I'm here? Wow. Good luck catching up to me, bro. An unstunning. How unappealing. More RNG. Praise be to RNGesus for all that he takes away from me. I suppose him summoning a clone of himself makes sense. He summons the illusion of Guinevere, right? The big chest ahead. Everyone's level 15, we did it! Not quite, though. Gaming King 1 reviews class mods in detail. Good to know. It'd be nice if I could review class mods in detail too. For MISTOVER. Ah well. What are we getting rid of here? I need to clear up some space. Oh, we need to go talk to Olivia. That's what we need to do. You're not Olivia. Okay. Backspace. Maximum. That's max. And this is the last thing we need to get to level 5. And then Olivia will be fully supported. Fully supportive. Maxed out. Acolyte of the Sun, it's called. That makes sense. Probably have to get rid of some armor here. Yeah. Alright. Goodbye. I know that at one point in time, they, this isn't related to the Darkest Dungeon, but for some of the animations here in town, they reduced the time between them so that you could spam more efficiently. I think it was mostly with the Alchemy Workshop, though. We have a lot of accessories to get rid of. Usually do, though. It's kind of par for the course. Get rid of this forest stuff. It's good forest stuff, but we don't need it anymore. We've moved on with our lives. That was a mountain, but we also moved on from that. We are trying to get to level 16. Actually, we're 15 now. We could probably go in if we want. Although, still a little afraid. After our entrance last time. Guardian, Muramasa, dress. We don't need any of that. So, do we try this again? Take 2? You know what? Let's go say hi to Faust. We're gonna do that. And I learned something, actually, very important. We were, foolishly, buffing up ourselves before we went in to fight Faust, because that's my strategy to deal with most things that are scary. But, Faust has an ability called Roman Cancel, which will steal all of my buffs, basically, and apply them to himself. So, that's not good. Especially since we had 3 characters with, what, 130% attack? So all of a sudden, he would have like 390% plus attack. It would be scary. And something I'd like to avoid. If at all possible, so. Just kind of hoping I get that kill. But oh well. At least we're, wow. At least we're chilling. Although Ruun taking that much damage has not instilled confidence in me for going to the next area. I have the market on MISTOVER class reviews. Those are so old. I should probably get around to remaking them. Or doing an update. A lot of the abilities that I said were not good have been changed to be slightly better. Some of them got a lot better. Some of them got a lot... are still kind of... meh. I was gonna say got a lot worse, but that's not true.
先に攻撃しては来ないようだ。戦うというなら受けて立つ。貴様らはもう終わりだ。いちいち順番を守らなしっかりしてないと何。はいはい。
At least my comprehensive introduction is still accurate, for the most part. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know why. But, that big introduction I did that explained literally everything is basically still correct, except of how the jinx, the training camp jinxes worked, and the gameplay settings. I think everything else is literally the same. Well, I think I made that before they did the economy overhaul. Well, I call it an overhaul. Adjustment. Probably more accurate. It's so hard to stay up to date. One of my most successful videos is actually for one of the Total War characters in Three Kingdoms, Liu Hong. And they had an update for him that made him more challenging. And so I had to like make an addendum on the comment like, hey, he's now tougher than he was here, but this should still be correct, mostly. The Steam guides are out of date now, don't feel bad. Might be best to wait, yeah. It usually is best to wait. Patience is a grand virtue that is in short supply these days. Well, I missed. I'm not actually sure. I was thinking about this in the shower, where all great thoughts are had. I'm not actually sure what's next for MISTOVER. I haven't heard anything. But I do kind of hope there's more DLC coming. Eventually. Like stuff that expands the game. I mean, adding this Fissure is cool, and fighting Faust is fun, but it doesn't really add more content. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We're branded. Should be fine, though. 9 health. Of course, because why not? I should have attacked the other one if I was going to hit that hard. That was 1200. If I can consistently hit that hard, then we can go to the final area. Check out the community updates. There are small bits of cute lore. Yes, I saw that. I love those little posts. Although I haven't read the Shadowblade one yet, which I feel bad about. I was supposed to do that, but then I was freaking out about winning the stream event, and yeah, never got around to it. But I will read that one. Wow, we're critting so hard now. There is a discussion to be had, a weird discussion, about transmedia narrative, where you want the most important bits of the story, right, to be in the game, which it is for this game. But there's a question of how much of it should be out of the game and how that should be handled. Mostly for other games, not this one. This one does a good job of telling what is to be told, I suppose, in-game. The cute little community lore things feel just like additions, which is what they should be. They should be additions, not key lore points. Or key character developments. I feel like I should just teleport to go find someplace with keys. Speaking of a key, is this a mimic? Nope. Mountain Scout and Mountain Scout. Speaking of items, though, I should have... Is this a real flower? I think it is. An increased item find chance, right? For round 2. Hello. Also, I need to fight Faust soon because I did not bring much food to this. I brought 2, I think. Oh look, an ectoplasm! That was completely unforeseeable. I think I'm gonna kill the ectoplasm. Should be able to Devil's Eye down this thing in the middle. Yep. How do I feel about something like Dark Souls? The game kind of makes you dig for the information on what's happening. You would magically appear when I'm talking about transmedia narratives. That's a good question. And I don't know. Because I kind of like it in like a sadistic way. Because there are little hints everywhere. Pieces of gear, little cutscenes, well, not cutscenes, but conversations with people, of which you have to talk to multiple times to exhaust their dialogue. And it did something amazing in Dark Souls, which I don't know if that could be replicated, but it really brought the community together to create the lore. Like, I'm fairly convinced that a lot of the lore that people have come up with that's canon is not what FromSoft had planned. But they probably just kind of let the community do its own thing. It's like, yeah, you're right. Good job. So to answer your question, I suppose, it is an interesting approach that probably wouldn't work for most games. Maybe not even any game these days. Dark Souls 3 was basically Dark Souls 1, and I'm not convinced. I can't be convinced of otherwise. Star Striker might as well be Explosion from Megamine. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. Although I think they took inspiration from Megamine for, Cast Blast, because the witch just screams, beam! Which reminded me exactly of Explosion. Oh, can't move diagonally, because I'm in the wall. Alright, let's go fight Faust. I'm disoriented. You can't figure it out, apparently. Please tell me this doesn't affect me in combat. Well, we're gonna find out. I'm glad that my witch is kind of fast. Here's Faust, up to 6.7k HP. Oh boy. But here's the ability I mentioned, the Roman Cancel. Damage equal to 1% of your attack on all enemies with a 100% chance of stealing all their buffs. Sketchy. But we're just gonna give Faust a good old punch or 3 and hope he doesn't slay us. One thing that I do... Wow. Ow. I don't know if regret is the word, but when Faust's little bar down there reaches 4, which I guess is its cap, he will do something where you get to pick from a cup, like an RNG game. Where's the shell? And, oh, it's 4 now. So we're gonna find out. But one of the options, I think one of the frequent options, is he does a... It's like from Naruto, the 1,000 Years of Pain and Suffering, or whatever it's called. That Kakashi does to Naruto very early on. But, each member of the expedition has their own unique interaction with it. Which I think is adorable. Okay, please don't kill him. You're gonna kill him. So we'll just block here. We don't want to kill him. We want to see the interaction. Even though it looks like he lost one of his bars. What happened? Faust? But my minor regret is that we didn't see more of it. Oh, he healed himself. And there are the enemies. They're probably going to protect him if I were to take a guess. Yep. Time to slay. So you're going to kill the non-reflecting one, and you're going to kill the reflecting one. And they're going to bring up the turtle. So he should do his unique thingy now. Alright. I don't know how annoying it is, but every time this happens, I go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother said to pick the very best one. And you are it. Ha! It was the very best one. That's funny. Fun fact, Roman Cancel is a Guilty Gear mechanic. It allows you to cancel moves into a special effect. Wait, what? Was to cancel moves into special attacks that wouldn't be possible without using it. Some people in chat might know, but I know you don't play fighting games. Yeah, I don't. The most that I knew about Guilty Gear and Dr. Faust was that Dr. Faust was cartoonishly creepy. And that might not even be true anymore. But that was the extent of my knowledge. Oh, and I guess I knew that he used doors and had a bag on his head. I'm curious about a great many things, but you're not going to tell me anything, Shylock. There is someone who has given me great advice. They're the ones that informed me about round 2, and I appreciate that, still to this day. But they are obsessed with Faust. Their words. They love Faust from Guilty Gear. So, if you're around still, hi. And if you feel like dropping some hot knowledge bombs in the comments or chat if you show up. I know this is a weird time for a lot of people. It's currently 5 AM where I am. But, you know. This was the time for... Well, we're nearing the end of the time that was for the event. The stream, DLC stream event. So I guess I don't have an excuse to stream at this time anymore. I'm just nocturnal. Alright. Take 2. We're gonna try going back here. I don't think I need anything else. We're coming in prepared. I should buy more food though. I don't want to manage my inventory more. Let's see, what are we even getting rid of here? Probably just more accessories. Actually, I don't have to yet. We can just buy more food. There we go. This should be fine. We should be fine. Just tread cautiously. Be prepared. No fear. Dark Souls world and storytelling is top tier. The NPCs being neutral makes it even more interesting. I agree. But I also agree that the way they deliver their storytelling would not work in many, many cases. I think one of my favorite things from Dark Souls 1 is that they introduce you to a lot of characters, well, some characters early on that turn out to be not so great characters. And it's actually in your interest to put them to the sword. think there's a Night Lautrec in every single Souls game. Like a version of him. And I found that out the hard way. There's one even in Demon Souls, so I guess he would be the original, but I don't remember what his name was. I just remember turning the corner and seeing corpses and bemoaning it. And that's about all I remember about that game. Huh. How can I be defensive here? I can't, right? So we just kind of do that. Oh yeah, and Demon Souls had a nexus. Its world was very different, actually. Because it had like a nexus, which was a main zone, and then each little area was its own area that you would teleport to. Whereas in Dark Souls 1, kind of in 2, and in 3, they went to extensive lengths to make sure that the world was very open and interconnected. Like you can see one area from another. And that seemed to be very important to their design. And it looked cool, so. I'm not sure why we keep going back to Dark Souls, but I'm okay with it. I at least know a few things about that. I was actually thinking about playing it as like a... Ever since I started streaming, I was like, you know what? We could probably just throw in some random streams every now and then. Maybe people would show up. Maybe they wouldn't. But I was thinking of all these different things I could do. And Dark Souls popped into my head. That's always a fun game. I don't actually have Dark Souls 1 on Steam. But that can be rectified, I suppose. Probably play 3. That's the one I remember the most anyway. And 3 is just like an homage to Dark Souls 1. Do make some pretty wacky builds. Oi. No judging the Chaos Flame Pyromancer Faith shenanigans. Okay? My fear with that build is that it's way too squishy. I saw someone doing something similar once, and he either like two-shot the boss or died immediately. That was the juggle. The delicate juggle that he played. I had a hard time against the Nameless King with my... What even the heck was it? Was it just a strength build? Or a dex build? And I ended up summoning someone to try and help me. And he was a Pyromancer build. And he just absolutely destroyed the Nameless King. Just kind of sat in the middle throwing fireballs. As I was the distraction. A chicken with my head cut off. That's not good. No guarding allowed. I don't remember three key fighting. Do you have MISTOVER on Steam? Can't remember if you do or not. You probably told me once, but you know my memory is gone these days. This is a precarious situation to find myself in. We're a little low, but we're in formation, so we should be fine. I hope. The smart thing is probably to stun here. I dislike it, but it's probably the smart thing. I don't, but since they aren't doing mod support, there's no point. I have it on Switch because it's a good travel game. Yeah. It is. It's okay. I do have some keys, though, if you want one. What's the point of that? I do hope that eventually they... Retract might not be the correct term. But do something. Because there's a lot of potential here. But, yeah. I know sometimes games don't... or undo... not undo. Don't have mod support because they want an equal level of play between all of their systems, and it's easier to mod PC than it is the other things by a lot. But I'm not quite sure what the point of doing that in a non-competitive game is. My theory is that they planned on it. They intended to do it. And then somewhere along the line, for some reason, it was, they were told no. That's my theory. Ruun is running low on mana. Now she can do 1-star striker. Oh, it's just these things. This should be fine. I'm not concerned. These are the least threatening monsters in this area. I was gonna say in the game, but actually that might be true. These things don't do a whole lot. I was gonna laugh if he immediately almost one-shot Hiisi. But compared to what we've been fighting, that was 0 damage. That was a crit, and it was 0 damage. Anyway, we're gonna take this opportunity to recover a little bit. One of my favorite ways to instantly continue combat. Ow. Alright, that was through a guard. Maybe I'm a little concerned. Get smacked. Oh, we can use Suspicious Love. Let's see how much this heals for. That was pretty big. Suspicious Heal is a stronger heal than Love. Suspicious Love. Yeah. Suspicious Love is stronger than regular Love for some reason. Don't ask me why, but it is. And the difference, of course, is that you can only use Suspicious Love in the first or second column, which puts your sister in slightly more danger. This looks the opposite of what I want as far as formations are concerned. DS1 Remastered, GPU aliasing texture settings, in-game settings. Performance noticeable on my ends. IMO. Alright, were you jumping into the, getting Dark Souls 1 on the PC reasons? Train of thought? Wow, this has gone... Ooh. They didn't like me calling them the least threatening thing in the game, so they're gonna make this challenging. I do know that, for the longest time, on PC, Dark Souls 1 was capped at 30 frames, and there were mods people were using to uncap it. But that had some undesirable side effects. And so people that do play Dark Souls 1 a lot were very grateful for the remaster, but of course that meant all the mods had to be remastered as well. Give and take. All or most of the mods. All the mods might not be correct. Ladders, yeah. Sliding down the ladder and then through the floor. feels bad. And was it the durability of items went down twice as fast? Was that what it was? There's actually an article in, was it PC Gamer? I don't know, someone recently about why it's challenging to, is this the one I want? Yeah. Why it's challenging to like remaster a game and increase the frames per second. Because most older games are capped at like 30 or something. For most console games anyway. I think most console games are still 30 FPS, but when trying to increase it, either remastering or port through a port, the article was really long because it really went into the specifics, which I appreciated as a reader. But I was also like, well, the article could have been a lot shorter. I think I sent this to 3Key Fighting. The article could have been a lot shorter because they could have just said everything can go wrong. That's the end of the article. I heard everything. This affected jumping distance. You mean like... Was that sometimes you just couldn't make jumps that you should have been able to? Or that you made, because of the double frames, you made jumps that you weren't supposed to be able to? I didn't spend too much time with DS Fix. Played a little bit though, and I heard a lot about it. Yes. I need to kill this. Hello, come here. Streamers turn it off for jumps, then back. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It was bound to like spacebar, or not spacebar, backspace, right? The default, turn it off. It was always really jarring when I saw that. I should probably stun here. Nah, we're fine. Full greed. It's always really jarring because all of a sudden you'd be running towards a jump, backspace, and then all of a sudden 30 frames, ow, my bleeding eyeballs. And then make the jump, and then turn it back on and go, ah, relaxing. I'm pretty spoiled. I've had 60 frames for a long time, and a lot of things. I can't go back to 30, I just can't do it. Actually, my main monitor is running at 144, or 120, one of the two. But for OBS, I downscale it because the files get very big very fast. And I have longer videos, so the longer the video, for enormous file sizes, can cause some trouble. And ow! Freaking rude. Take that. Yes, replicate the torch. I take it back. The torch is the least threatening thing in the game. I could turtle. Unless it is. But I don't think there's any enemies nearby, so I probably should have turtled. But, oh well. Hello. I kind of wish the werewolf had lifesteal. That would be cool. And somewhat thematic. Kind of. Oh, that was a mimic. Did this count as me getting initiative? I think it did. That's funny. Actually, I don't think mimics can get initiative on you. And oh, these are huge HPs. Why you have so much HP? Hey look, a 69% chance of effect. Nice. I should probably taunt. But I just love debuffing so much. We need a bigger weapon for the... That Snowman has 2,583 effective HP. That's a lot. Well, at least the elder one's dead now. One of the most hilarious things from our hard playthrough was when you get to the hive minds and he can like turn on protected mode or whatever, and it's just this huge shield that's like half his HP or more. You can steal that with the Grim Reaper, and you just all of a sudden become the tankiest thing known to mankind. Unfortunately, it doesn't last, because the next turn he purges all buffs, but it's cool while it lasts. Oh look, we moved back into position. How kind. We aren't here looking for Heinrich though, so we're actually doing... Can I do this to myself? I can. Cool. I've never used that before. Going back to the note of my highlight videos, my class review videos, I think I called that a waste of Yoki. Which, I mean, I still believe that. I still think it is a waste. But it can be useful. A useful waste of Yoki. I am gonna need to kill something here real soon. What day is it? Is it the 18th now? It sure is the 18th now. Good. That means there's only one day until my chair arrives. And that the new DLC for Total War comes out. Beautiful. If you are here, hi, or watching this later, we will be doing a series for Total War 3 Kingdoms. The new DLC. We'll be playing as Liu Bu, the warrior without equal, because that sounds fun. Gonna go murderize everyone in ancient China. Something is here. A Vwap Vwap? Is that a round 2 Vwap Vwap enemy? Is that even possible? Heinrich's near the end, right? I actually don't remember how to find Heinrich here. He's either just a quest little thing or near the end. One of the two. I actually should be able to kill both these. I like fighting followers. They're just... I'm used to them. And they're easy kills. Might be gonna use mana here. There are 3 enemies in front of me. All the the round 2 enemy is blocking him from moving forward. That is hilarious. Because of course the round 2 enemies won't approach you. They'll stand 1 tile away from you. Annoyingly. Oh. That was unwise. Let's see if we get punished for this. It looks like we might. Actually, it looks like we're fine. I forgot that there was the Vwap Vwap enemy. Do I just escape here, right? That's the smart thing to do. And I'm stuck in a corner, so we are going to... Peace out. I like how I'm moved... Oh, there's Heinrich. Okay, it is a quest thing. I moved like 2 feet. Alright, hold on. We need to have a discussion here. Alone. In the corner. Just, me and my friends. Yes. No monsters. These things are in the way. There are so many tornadoes here. Let's just go around. Let's just take this little side path. It's already been 100 turns since I killed that. That's fine. I thought for a second it triggered the loss of the map and I was going to be real tilted. But you have to be careful about that. You can't just slide around all willy-nilly. Speaking of being stuck in a corner. Wow. This map. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Ruun here. Playing with a witch without a witch. I say playing with a witch is risky, which it is. But playing without a witch seems riskier. There's a trap there. So let's teleport real quick. Oh, okay. Just have all the enemies respawn. Just take a step forward. I wanted to do this. Which I was able to do. This is the longest time I've been in a large map since the change. Because they used to be massive. There are videos on the channel of me spending an hour just exploring one large map. Oh, look at these things. We haven't seen these in a while. Where'd these come from? I'd ask if this was a round 2 trapped enemy, but there would have been an ectoplasm if there was. Let's do this. By the way, if there's anyone here that would like a key, just type something in chat. We're at that point. That hasn't already won one. Add that little stipulation there. Otherwise, I might just make another video about it. This should be fine. Little mushroom can heal, so killing that seems ideal. It even rhymes. Turn it into a meal. Because it can't feel. I should stop while I'm ahead. Okay. We're actually gonna go. There is a golden chest around here, so we are going to return to Masamune. Oh, what? I forgot the entrance stops you. I don't know why, because you can't interact with it, but I wish there was a character that could just like jump this wall. That would make these maps a lot less annoying. Oh look, we're in the right area. Just come over here real quick. Shh. Don't startle the enemies. We finally RNG'd our way to where we wanted to be. I brought 6 large food. That should... I hope that's enough. Oh, good crit. A number of good crits, actually. I'd like to remove this bleed, but I think we're just going to tank it. Yeah, we're tanking it. Alright, we have located Heinrich at long last. Let's see what he has to say for himself. You wander in the underground cave and suddenly run into a silhouette. It's Heinrich, with a lovely smirk on his face, and he has been waiting for us. He smiles at you.
僕は諸君が必ず来ると信じて
I knew you would come. You grew stronger.
今まで霧の
You
世界
grew
に
very
立
strong
ち
while fighting your way
よ
through
く
the
成長
world
してくれたから
of the
そして
mist.
諸君は
You have what
運
it
命を
takes
勝ち抜
to
く
beat
強い
fate
力を持っているんだ
itself. By the way, I'm expecting some round 2 differences coming soon. I've said that before, but we are really approaching the end here.
諸君世界がどのように
Warriors,
作
have you
られ
ever thought
存在
about this
しているの
world?
か
How it's been
考え
created?
たことがある
How
か
it exists? Heinrich stares up into the void.
誰かが全てを支配
Haven't
して
you
い
ever
る場
thought
所
that
で
maybe someone created
作られ
it
た通
and
り
is
に生きて
controlling
いくこと
everything?
を考えたこと
Yourself,
は
the
ない
world, and even fate
自
itself.
分僕たちと世
What
界
if
の
everything
全
in
て
this
のもの
world,
が
including
絶対
ourselves,
的な存
is
在
just
の
the
夢だ
dream
った
of
か
a
ら
supreme being?
ただのいつでも消
A
えることの
mirage
で
that
き
could
る
fade
蜃
away
気楼だったなら
at any moment.
世界が空虚な空
Once,
間であった
very
時
long ago, even before the
それは
first dawn, there was an
夜明け前の
ancient
古代
era
と
where
呼
the
ばれた時代
universe
だ
was just empty space. The Ganungagap.
ただ一人の存在
Only one being existed at that
ザ・
time,
グレートワン
the Great One.
世界は彼が
The
作った
world
幻
is
想に
simply
過
an
ぎない
illusion that he designed.
世界が滅亡
Why
す
don't
る
I
理由
prove
と
it? I will
世
show
界を
you
作
why
っ
the
た
world
根
is
源を直
dying
接見
and
せ
how
よ
it was made.
うまだ僕たち
There
が
is a
行っ
hidden
たことの
dimension
ない
that we have never been
隠
to.
された次元が
It
あ
is
る
there that the god sleeps.
隠された
But
次
to
元に
access
行
this
くには
dimension,
鍵が必
we
要
need the
だ
key that opens the portal
次
leading
元
to
を
it.
開く鍵だ鍵は古
An
代史
ancient
の皇
ruler,
帝
the elder
エルダーエン
emperor,
ペラーが持って
is
いる
believed to possess that key.
彼から鍵を取って
You
くるんだ
must obtain it from him. And that is the next boss. That hopefully we kill on this stream. Let's see, we've been live for an hour and a half already. My, how time flies. When do you unlock rune words? I heard Breath of the Dying is boss. Unfortunately, never. I'd love some rune words. I was wondering when you'd be bored enough to stop by, Gris. Up we go into the corner to grab this chest. And then we're going to RMG our way out of here. What is my situation? My food situation. Not bad. Where am I? Far away from where I want to be. Now I'm back where I was. That is indeed Diablo 2. Grizzly is an old veteran. Who still hasn't told me if we're playing Diablo 3 this season. Oh. Can I get to that before they get to me? Let's go this way real quick. Huh. What if I... So I should be stopped... Let's see. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. So the way this should work is... They can't see me, so I should be able to activate the charge. And then we'll run into the wall, or the exit here, which will count as the wall, which should prevent the enemy from attacking me. That's how this should all go down. But just to make sure, we're going to kill this thing first, so it can't interfere. We have enough things that are threatening to interfere anyway. Use you offline with Plug Y. That's fair. I tried it a little bit ago with him, but there are still people playing Diablo 2, like live. And that kind of surprised me when I learned about it. But it's not how like I remembered it was. That could be very dangerous for my well-being. It looks like we're fine. That's fine. That was exactly 1 HP. How do I... Do I prayer this? I feel like that's the correct call. No, we'll love first. We love, and then we prayer, if we still are in a tight situation. Can't really kill more than one here. Just need to make sure these things are dead. And then we'll block for some defense, hopefully, and turtle her back into position. And hopefully buy a new target for her. I think that's the best I could have played that. Already coming in handy. Beautiful. The turtle just saved her life, probably. And now she's back to full health. Situation resolved. We do need to get rid of this bleed, though. I think we need to be fully healed just in case something goes horribly wrong here. So go ahead and purify, then kill this, and then try our little science here. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because I've never done this before. But we should be able to leave. Alright, here we go. Boom. Well, at least we know how that interaction works now. You can still hear the whop whop. Oh, look. The Doomsday Gods are appeased. Good, 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 good. You can still hear it. Please stop. We broke the game. We sure met with Heinrich. You tell her everything you've learned from Duke Heinrich. The world we're living in was created by someone else. Riddles, yeah. Okay. Wop, wop, wop. It's time to go and get that key. The one that leads the secret dimension. According to Duke Heinrich, the Elder Emperor of the Elder Ones has it. The Expedition Corps reported sightings of him just a while ago. He was wounded. He hasn't yet fully recovered and is still weak. Let's get that key. Hold on, let me fix this. Whop, whop. We're at the title screen and it's still whopping. I found a bug. Very specific bug. Hold on, I know you guys are looking at black screen. It was because I used the game capture. Sometimes it bugs out with monitor capture. Well, it doesn't like it sometimes, we'll say that. Alright. Back we go. We have a lot of time into this. 40 hours and 9 minutes into just this one. That's fair. No. Let me go to the shop. Hello, Marie. I have an inventory problem. Can you help? Let's take a look real quick at the alchemy workshop, because we can break down a lot of this stuff. The question is, do we want to? Because we are coming up on the next zone. You know what we'll do? We'll fuse these with non-epics. And we'll reserve the epics for the... What are they even called? The final area. The sleeping weapons? I can't remember. Ooh, damage. It's also nice to just have more damage upcoming, because we're going to be fighting a very scary boss momentarily. This helps clear out our inventory because we have essences and we are clearing out items. Weapons. Hope you enjoy the voice of Stefan, because we're going to hear it a lot. I want to do one of these grimoires though. Alright. 1. Praise be our Jesus. I mean, hit's still good. This is not great. Are the other weapons all fused? Wow. It's literally just Louhi that doesn't have any fusions. Let's get rid of some armor here. What are you wearing again? You're wearing this? Okay. Well, we probably want to increase the defenses primarily of our witch, who's being pummeled to death. I might not have needed to do that. Or wanted to do that. What is Hiisi wearing? Yep, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I'll take the speed, right? Speed's good. Why does the Mountain and the Civic both give the same? The Mountain Agile and this Civic Agile. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oops. What was the Civic Agile again? Yeah, that one. Okay. Aside from that mistake, let's continue. Basically, when it comes to the defenses here, everything but guard is good. We want HP, we want evasion. And that's it. We don't want guard. No guard. There are instances where guard's useful, of course, but primarily we want to be using our turn hitting things and not hitting things. Not hitting things. Makes sense. This might be buffed so intensely that we, it outscales the final area address. 49 evasions, not bad. Alright, let's get our tank up to par here. He will be taking the majority of the hits. We hope. Assuming everything goes according to plan. Which I have mentioned that it doesn't always. But hopefully. 600 HP is not bad. We want to include the werewolf in some of this fun too. We have learned that Daragh is helpful. Oof, that was not good. In killing things, so him being alive is helpful. Of course, it doesn't necessarily matter how much HP you have against the last boss. It does matter a little bit, but he will just one-shot your entire party for no reason. He does that. Plus 69. Nice. Actually, what are you wearing, Louhi? We have an epic thing. So that's worse. Wow. That is worse. Much to my surprise, it is worse. Let's throw this into it. Oh, I need more mountain essence. We can make that. We want to keep all the weapons if we can help it. Because there will come a time in the near future. My storage is full. We'll get there. We'll get there, team. There we go. We're there. We did it. You always felt like this game was missing green rarity items. It's throwing me off too. I've adjusted finally, but it was a surprise. They used that light blue instead of the green. Wait, no, they just skip it entirely. That's fine, I suppose. We already have a ton of RNG relating to gear. More would be a lot. Because we have the good version of the gear and the bad version of the gear, and then there's... The bad version also has a 1 and 2 version, which is... one's better than the other. And then of course there's all these accessories that you don't really ever want under any or most circumstances. Come on, RNG. Beautiful. This should have cleared up our inventory quite a bit. We should be good to go. We definitely want to purchase more food. We're gonna go on one more expedition to level up. We aren't going to go fight the boss yet. Whoops, not there. We want that. That's what we want. That's what we're gonna get. We're doing it. Let's go. This is a medium map. Bring the donuts. Bring the chocolate. Every time I add chocolate here, I'm always reminded of Undertale. When Kara is fully in control. Do I seed? I seed. And you eat it during the genocide run. She's like, chocolate's the best. Or something. That always comes to my mind and I don't know why. But now I've shared that. It's also funny, speaking of eating things in Undertale, when you're playing the good playthrough and you buy the ramen, your character will like literally sit down and spend a few seconds, like 10 or 30 seconds making the ramen. They have like a countdown and everything, and it does very little as far as restorative properties is concerned. But if you're playing the genocide playthrough and you have the ramen, your character literally just eats it raw and fully restores your HP. That was a strange interaction too. They did a good job making you feel very creepy when you were evil. Once we get to level 16, we go kill the Emperor. We might call it a day. Because I think there's going to be lots of farming involved. My plan was to do all of it on stream, so everyone could see everything. But I think what's going to end up happening with the way that the key thing has worked is we're going to, I think I'll just do farming off screen, and then just like last time I'll make a video of me absolutely destroying the last boss. And the end of round 2, and then I'll leave keys, not leave keys, but I'll leave it to commenters if they want to grab some keys. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. That makes the most sense to me. And that way this stream isn't horribly long. Because I have a lot of farming to do to get to the level camp like I want to. Lots and lots. How big is this? It's tiny. But there are enemies nearby, I think. So on that note, if this is gonna knock me away. Come to me. If there are any desires for more streamed games, just let me know. I'm thinking that we'll stick to video making the Kong Rong campaign with his new start position, and I might just stream that one instead of making it a full series. Many ideas still bouncing around in my head. We have Erratus coming up soon as well for a series. They updated that game, or the beta for it, again. They made a lot of changes, mostly balance changes, and their description was that these were balance changes that were closer to the original, not original, the final version of the game. So I think launch is coming. I don't want to give any dates, because I don't know. But I think it's on the horizon. Come to me. Although my plan for the next Errata series is to do it on Good Always Wins, which is a great name for a difficulty. And for it to be like Supreme Necromancer Conquering sort of thing as the theme. Goodness. Tis the plan anyway. I feel like I've said the plan a few times today. No branding the sister. Even though the sister would like it more than everyone else. If you do want to see all of the interactions that Fast has with... Whoa, hi. The various, the various expedition members, you can check out the achievements and it shows their face. And of course, all of them are some sort of displeased face except the sister, who seems to be thoroughly enjoying it. Which probably isn't a shock to anyone. That is not good. Do I ever plan to stream Mythic Plus content? Do I ever? I wonder. Part of me just wants to give you a very vague answer, because it's you. But, I don't know. I lean more towards making, like, highlight videos about it than I would streaming Mythic Plus. But who knows? The world is full of options and we're getting better at it. I have an enemy coming. Are you of Wop Wop? No, you're not. But again, I would think it's important to get the consent of the other people. I don't think anything's gonna happen when everyone has 100+ corruption. I don't even have enough items to get that high right now. It's a lot of corruption. I think you're the only person I know that has even close to that. I didn't want to kill all of them except for the invisible guy there, so he doesn't spawn more crap. Entertainment happens? I don't know if I'd call that entertainment. I mean, I'm sure it would be entertaining to watch. I don't think it would be entertaining to play. Which is part of the puzzle. Ruun is so low on mana. What's these things again? Speaking of Mythic Plus, if you're still paying attention, Did you want to play Diablo 3 this season? There are new sets for the Witch, Wizard, Sorceress, and the Monk. Is it the Monk? And the Barbar. Oh, and we were talking about World of Warcraft. It's their new lovely RNG mechanic that's not always so lovely. In fact, many negatives about it, but this isn't the place for me to vent all about it. I could though, but I'm not going to. I would like Ruun to get more mana before we conclude this fight. Looks like that wish is completed. And let's go fight this thing. Masamune, that's what we need. Incoming ectoplasm. Called it. They had to bring out more enemies to present a challenge. I was gonna say, if the enemies can have 6 enemies, we should have 6 expedition members. But I guess you can have 6 with the turtle, if that counts. The toidle. Or the Aegis. I guess whichever you prefer to use. Guess I'm gonna try and kill that thing. I can't do a whole lot from back here. At least you can actually do something. And now he's immobilized there, okay. Can I move him out? I can. I'm not completely immobilized. We'll just block. Continue replenishing mana. We have located the end, but we're not here for the end. We're here for the golden chest. I don't have a silver key. There's an enemy nearby that I can't see. It's a wop-wop enemy too. A wop-wop enemy that we're gonna make go boom. Alright. We have to kill that penguin thing before it replicates itself. We got it. Oh, we don't got it. The funny thing is, if I didn't actually attack, we would have had it, because my attack missing sped him up. That's bad. I missed again, wow. The penguin has much evasion. Really? There. Problem resolved. With my fist. Well, Daragh's fist. Which is how I solve many problems in this game. Of course, there's a flower right here. What is that? I don't know. A dead end. That's what that is. Alright, time for some RNG. Where'd we go? We went down. Not horribly far, just down. There we go. We found the golden chest. Are you just a regular enemy? Okay. This is fine. I should probably have done this. That would make sense. This is the smart play. Begrudgingly doing it. I probably want to kill... That's fine. I was going to say I probably want to kill the albino because it'll replicate, but getting rid of the elder one early is always nice. Always a grand idea. You would think the snowmen would be mobs that replicate themselves, but they don't. It's just them. All by themselves. Ooh, spiked knuckles. Fortunately, we don't need those anymore. Could have used those a while ago, but we're pretty set on what we're wearing right now. Mountain power. Beautiful. We have a lot to explore still. To appease the doomsday gods. Let's move. Please move. Your sword craves blood. Well, we're looking for it. There are many tornadoes. Not as many here as there were in the other zone. That was just a lot. Everywhere. Oh, that was lucky. The tornado dissipated the moment we were put onto it. Every time I've had that happen, it was not something I calculated. It was almost always a mistake. Which feels good. Alright. Time for RNG to return. Not that it ever went anywhere. Huh. We're gonna be relying on RNG once more. By once more, I mean many, many times more. Can I zoom my way up there? There are so many traps. I'm gonna get hit by this. Nope, just stopped. Okay, good. We are in a precarious situation. But I should be able to just blow these up. And move on. Yeah. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Grab this chest. Move over to this chest. And then RNG once more. Actually, you might not have to. Just kidding. Where am I? I forgot how many enemies were around this area. Ooh, you know what? I have an idea. Come here. Yeah, come to me. Come to me. Why are you not coming here? Yes. You know you want to. My goal was to herd them into that little corner there, so that I could then teleport closer to the exit. You can see that's going swell. have to wait 4 turns before I can do it again. There are times like this where I wish I had a Shadow Blade so that I could go invisible, but it looks like I snuck through them. Good. Whew, we did it. Much RNG involved. And there is the rank 16 for everyone. Let's go take a look at this mountain power. Equip it. Then slay ourselves an emperor, shall we? Then we'll call it a day. Then we will call it a day. And I will enact my previous plan. Evaluate. And mountain power. Hit plus 14. Which is a good stat, but terrible for what I'm trying to do here. This 1 out of 3 chance is going to drive me insane. See? Already. Rolling poorly here. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I need essence. Well, let's make some essence, shall we? We don't need too much. My goal, I'm gonna be happy if we get at least 2 rolls on attack. That'll make me happy. And it looks like we might not even get 1. Please. Please, RNGesus. Don't do this to me. You can't whiff 6 times in a row. Of course, now that I've said that, it's going to. Last roll. I'm giving you the sight. Last roll. Come on. Haha. We did it. I could feel that one in my bones. So we want to give these over to Daragh. We want him to have all of the power. So we'll take this one. Give this to Ruun over her stronger one. Actually, I kind of want to keep that for the HP. Should be fine. We should be fine. In fact, I might even give her a defensive item. This one. Instead of this. 7 defense. Will that save me? We do have this mountain toughness here. -6 evade. Let's go evaluate this real quick. I don't want to kill my witch because I was super greedy. Although I do enjoy being greedy. Weakened speciality. Okay. It's bad in that it's useless. It's good in that it's not going to affect this. So if possible, we want to roll something that either gives a good amount of HP or more than 1 evasion. And or more than 1 evasion. Ideally. I need more essence. We have plenty of things to break down. Mountain Unblood. Mountain Agile. Probably should have kept the Agile. But it's fine. We're good to go. No big deal. I was just about to say that we've only rolled HP so far, so I knew we were going to get evasion. Nothing I could feel in my bones. My bones are sensitive today. They actually are sensitive almost all the time, but extra sensitive today. Alright, here we go. We are going to the shop. Then we're gonna go fight the Elder Emperor, who we should be on par with. We get even holy water. Because we're super scared. Scared isn't the correct word. We're not scared. I mean, it's not really a word. That's why it's not the correct word, but it's not what we are. We are reasonably prepared. Cautious? Cautious. Reasonably cautious. This is a large map again, right? Oh, it's a medium map. That's fine. We're fighting a boss. We can afford to be overprepared. Overprepared indeed. I didn't bring any potions, but just kind of assuming the donuts take care of it. Which might be a dangerous assumption indeed, but it is an assumption I have made. Oh, I was going to say, I can't get through that. Hello, come to me. There are two enemies here. Our squishiest character has as much HP as these enemies. We should be good. Although I do have to remember that we have less attack now on Ruun. Because we have a lot more of it on Daragh, who's going to hopefully do that to the boss. That would be ideal. Bleeding resist. Good. Good. Wow, that was a lot of attack actually. For a single, that bang, the flash slash. Which is still hard to say, but. Let's kill that. Daragh's all fired up and ready to go. I wonder how much this does now. Quite a bit. We've grown in power. Like we should be. We could muscle, sure. I thought about mentaling here, but muscle works because we're about to blow stuff up. Ah. Dropping that ring has brought her just beneath the threshold, it appears. That's okay. We can put it back on once we kill the boss. We're here for boss slaying today, not clearing out trash. There's something there. Where? Here. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're fine because they're all behind the wall there. That's funny. The round 2 enemies do kind of pull other enemies towards them, but that was a lot. Really? I thought it was going to kill that one in the back. Actually, I was pretty sure it would, but oh well. We are going to need to kill it, though. There we go. That's fine. We just don't want a plus 90% Executioner Shoto going off on me. That seems like a bad idea. Oof, that attack. Bring in all the attacks today. Hiisi's gonna take a little bit of a chunk here, but we should be fine. More weapons. To sacrifice to the gods. To the dark gods. There's an enemy there that I didn't see. There are enemies everywhere. The enemies scale off the zone size, right? And not just which zone it is. I mean, jam-packing a large map worth of enemies into a medium map sounds sketchy. Boo. Oh, we have a mimic as well. Hello. We want to make sure we get rid of the elder one. Elemental first, why not? Elder one dealt with. Albino almost dealt with. In fact, I probably can execute it with Louhi. Well, never mind. Still gonna try though. Yeah, I figured it would do that. Oh well. Oh no, my werewolf is branded. Double protected. What do I do? That. Can't protect against AoE. Which, if you're using the paladin, is an important thing to remember because players can't either. AoE pierces even player protection. Block that bleed. I remember that being one of my earliest complaints, that you couldn't mitigate the damage of bleed. So I'm glad that was rectified. That was in the change without the spells, I think. They had this huge update about combat mechanics. They changed a few spells and a way that combat worked a few times. I don't think I made a proper video about it, but I talked about it a lot in the series that we were doing at the time. Which I believe was round 1 of this group. At that time. I've done a lot of MISTOVER series. 2 of them, though. 2 out of the 3 never saw well, I guess there's 4 now, right? 2 out of the 4 never saw completion. I can definitely tell the difference without Ruun having the ring. But I think it's vital that Daragh has it for this particular combat. When we fought the Great One last time, Daragh hit him for like 5k. And I laughed really hard. And I'm kind of hoping that I can replicate that. Because that would be hilarious. My Ring of Powers aren't as strong as they were in round 1, but they're still pretty good. Still pretty decent. Something hears me. Oh look, there's an Onmyouji. Is there a flower down here? No. Snowman, whatever will I do? I do kind of wish that there was a way to run through the enemies and get to what you're needed to get to, instead of having to fight and drudge your way through it. I guess it's very dungeon crawly, but still. We were talking about Dark Souls earlier, so that's what brought it back to my mind. There are some instances in Souls games, Sekiro included, that you kind of just want to leave. Not fighting is the best way to fight. I can't see anything.
俺の剣が血を求めている。俺の剣
Take out the seed.
血を求めている。
Hey, look, a real chest.
疾風が如く。
And there's a wall there.
あっ。おお、あれは宝箱ではないか。
At least we found many of the wooden chests.
何が入
Because
って
we
い
had
る
many
のだ。
wooden keys. Hello?
壊れろ。
Oh, look, there's a small enemy. Good, we can go find the boss now. He is across the way. Over yonder.
あっ。
Alright, let's go. At least we're gonna skip those... Oh, that cluster of enemies is near the Onmyouji. Feels bad. If I wanted to appease the Doomsday Gods, I could probably set it back to 7 by clearing this map. I don't know if I want to do that, though. That sounds like a lot of effort.
疾風が如く。
Don't you dare. We're slipped away. Nice.
疾風が如く。
What do we got? I like how the other golden chest is on the other side of the map. Well, I think I can get to it from here. Alright. I'm gonna walk towards this with trepidation. It saw me. We're leaving. Okay. The way we're gonna get this guy to come say hi to us and prepare for our ultimate cheese. Actually, I don't need to do this. You can use the Werewolf's Roar to get blue blobs to come to you. But we don't need to do that. We just need to attack. What do we got? This is not the ideal situation for this. But I'm still going to find a way to do it. Of course, this is unideal because the penguins will replicate if there's only one of them left. And you only want one enemy left when you're about to spend 6 turns buffing or however many it is. So let's begin. We're going to go with Holy Water first. I don't use Holy Water very often. Are you attacking now? You should. I think we're okay here. I'm set up to kill 2 of them with Ruun. Oh dear. That's fine. It's close to what I expected. Alright, let's Holy Water Masamune. Masamune is still taunted, so he's going to Holy Water Ruun. We are going to continue buffing. A little bit of pain there, but no big deal. I do need to remove that though. How big is this? It's on the precipice. On the precipice. I need Ruun to recover mana as well. But I need everyone to go through and power drink up. Oh, he didn't take the turn spawning stuff. Wait, are you technically a different mob? How does this work? No, you can do it again. We power drink. Ta-da! You block. You buff. You bleed. And then we'll have Masamune kill. And we should be good to go. Here we go. I might want to wait one turn. One turn. Speed debuff's gone. Bleed's gone. Elder Emperor is before us. Okay. Elder Emperor. Gets hit. That's what you love to see. You love to see the stun. Actually, are you immune to everything still? Is this the purge? Yeah. Oh, barely lives. Let me see this. He is still immune to all effects. And he still has his very annoying shenanigans. Alright. Luckily, though, for us, Rune's about to bring herself back up to full. Almost full. Close enough to full. Oh, yeah, this is the cheating junk. Co-op impossible. I remember the first time I saw Co-op impossible, my thought was, wow, it sure is a good thing we aren't here on my hard playthrough, where everything I did was about co-op. Alright, time to start cleaning out some of these elder ones. Oh, I think I just keep hitting the boss with Daragh. That might not be true. Ah, close. But we should be able to do that. There we go. See, that's the ability. Ow. No! Oh. No, 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 no! Masamune falls. You. I couldn't do anything about that. Okay. Time to lament is not over yet. Or it's not time to lament yet. Because we have a boss to kill still. I'm just trying to think, how do I approach this? Okay. The way that we approach it is by being very aggressive. Still. Maximum speed of lights was dodged. That was painful. But the turtle did its job. Are we going to... I think one by one we start last praying people, so that we don't have a repetition of what just happened. Also, I think a turtle's coming back. That was very successful. Hiisi is very low, and that concerns me greatly, but I'm a little busy. I'm a little busy doing things. Yeah, make co-op impossible, that's fine. Less fine, but good dodges. Do we keep doing damage? I killed this, right? Technically, that's the thing that killed Masamune. And not, the boss. Oh, I meant to... I went over when I should have gone down. But, we managed it still. Still managed. Okay. Crit dealt. Just keep last prayer going. Just keep shuffling it around. I think it's run off. Run off on Ruun. Maybe. Okay, that's down. And the boss is dead. Oh, it is a shame that it cost us Masamune, but he's down. The Elder Emperor fights back with rage, but you are relentless and finally defeat him. Hello, Heinrich. You've managed to defeat the Elder Emperor himself. You have become truly powerful. Heinrich appears out of nowhere and approaches you. He walks up to the body of the Elder Emperor. It would have been easier had I helped you, but that is forbidden. Heinrich stretches out his hand and utters an incantation. Shining energy spills forth from his body, coming together into a spherical shape. This is the key that will open the new dimension. He said it was the Elder Emperor was holding it, but it's more like the Elder Emperor was it. Once the incantation ends, the ball of floating energy slowly turns into a dark, metallic sphere. Heinrich hands it to you. If you're carrying this, you should be able to enter the hidden dimension. Rip Masamune. Yeah. F for Masamune. He was with us the whole time. A great leader. A close friend. Of Ruun. Lost. You have a lot of questions, don't you? I will explain everything. But let's go back to town first. Let's go back to town indeed. We can finish out the Doomsday Clock here. I'm trying to think how I want to do this now. I do have the recruitment rank 4. Became the spirit turtle and saved the day. It's a good way to put it. Let's go back. It's been a long time since I've seen that casualty there, and it kind of hurts. Not gonna lie. Kind of hurts. We have received his gear, and it has become cursed. Rusty when hungry, rusty when tired. Rusty when tired, slow when hungry. When tired. What does that affix do again? I don't remember. I guess we can find out. Can't you... Well, first let's see if we can recruit anyone. Yukimura. Alright, he's in. I'm thinking about just leaving him with that color scheme. We have Kojiro as well. Nah, he doesn't have Bloodthirsty Sword. We could also do the cheesy strat. I kind of want to do the cheesy strat, where you run multiple werewolves. Because werewolves are so strong. What do you have? You're missing Wide Swipe. But you have Beast Stroke and Strike, which are the two important ones. Is that acceptable? I critted him. I'll think about it later. Once I've emotionally recovered. We also have to modify their jinxes. So much is going to have to be spent on them. I'll do that off screen. It's fine. I'll, when I make the video for the end, I will... Update. That's the word. I'll update what happened. What went down. Would you like to report your results for the requests you're working on? I sure would. Lots of talking. At the beginning of time, only a single god existed in the universe. But he was asleep. When he came into being, or even when he fell asleep, is unknown. What we do know is that he had the power to create worlds from his dreams. The god intended to use his dreams to create chaos. This is because chaos was needed to preserve life. However, the amount of chaos he could extract from a single dream was limited. Even the most dynamic worlds would come to a standstill over time. Then, the god changed his approach. if he couldn't get enough chaos from all his former dreams, he would dream up new ones instead. However, to do that, he would have to end his previous dreams. That way, only one dream would exist at a time. No inception allowed here. To have a new dream, he needed to destroy the worlds inside the existing ones. That is when he wakes up. Then, he would fall back asleep to create a new world. He went on like that for a very long time. The world we live in now was created in the exact same way. By chance, some areas survived this process of destruction and recreation. They became the world of mist. This world, too, was born from one of the gods' dreams, and its destruction was predestined the very moment it was created. How depressing. I think this quest is, yep, defeat the Great One in the Sleeping Lake, which I'm pretty sure level 17 to 18. So we have to be level 17 before we can start getting items from good old Faust. But that is where we're going to end for today. Masamune has fallen. It's so depressing. But a new one shall rise to take his place. And I'm going to do with all that off screen. I'm going to farm just like I did last time, in preparation or over preparation for the final boss. And there'll be a video about that, killing the last boss, and probably handing out the rest of my keys. So, if you want a key, and you somehow made it this far, hi, just go to that video. I'll explain it there. But thanks everyone who stopped by the stream, thanks everyone who watched the VOD, I appreciate you, I appreciate all of you for being you. And I hope that you are just as excited as I am to see round 2 come to an end, to see what it means to be at the true ending of MISTOVER. Bye-bye.